went down the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like, and I'm like, whatever.
I'm waiting for Keanu. What I'm doing is waiting for Keanu because I can start.
What are you waiting for Keanu for? Keanu never does anything. You just walk right out of the thing.
Isn't that exciting? Okay, we're going to do it. Whee! 1, 2, and bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing.
This young woman was doing a podcast when shots rang out.
Going live, where you can tune in anytime. She's so silly and she's sassy. She's so one to word. She's impossible to ignore.
Right.
Kiki doesn't give a fuck. It's a party in the stream. Going bang, bang,
Okay.
bang, 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 bang. Keanu lives on the rise,
Or else it would be,
where you can watch her all the time. She's so silly and she's sassy. She's so one to word. She's impossible to ignore. Kiki doesn't give a fuck. It's a party in the stream. Going bang, 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 bang. Going bang, 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 bang.
Michaeline, look.
Just waiting for this vodka to kick in.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Tell me now or I'll start screaming. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What did I miss? Did you miss me? I know that you did. You had to have missed me. And yes, I'm recovering from my party voice. I was at my brother's wedding for a week. All right. Hi, darlings. Hi, Doodle. I have a rabble rousing. I know I normally don't do Sundays, but my God, I felt like before Keanu noon tomorrow, let's just get into it because so much has been going on. God damn, I take a week off. And then look what happens. All of the little baby men are in their baby man feelings. Oh, the little baby men. Oh my God, the middle-aged baby men are in their baby man feelings. Oh my gosh, all of them, all of them. Tonight's episode. Of course, I didn't do a proper my recounting of the weekend that was the Rodney's gig with Stuttering John Melendez, right? I have the very unique perspective of being someone on the show, friends with John, friends with Anthony, husband of, wife, wife of Gino, foe of many at the show, friend of many at the show, was at the show the next night. I have the very, very, I mean, I saw it all. I have the perspective that you guys didn't get. The perspective that people think that they had that for just watching from the internet that they didn't get. And then all of the fallout from that. So I'm going to give you my perspective on it. And then, of course, Chad. Oh, you know Chad. He's having a very drunken, very sad meltdown.
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
Looks like tonight he stole another bottle of Tito's. Oh, what a sad life to lead. Baby man Carl. Oh, little baby man Snaggletooth Carl. He had some thoughts. And I will, you know what? I'll be diplomatic about Carl because I know his insecurities make him act a certain way, and that's okay. What else do I have? So yes, we've got John. Oh, and Kevy Brenny, of course, just in for it all. Okay, Kevy Brenny, Chadwick, Baby Man Snaggletooth Carl, and Stuttering John Melendez. Stuttering John Melendez. Yes, I have the very unique perspective of that entire week leading up and the night after. So, if you haven't already, and I'm going to tell you some things that you don't know. I'm going to tell you some things that maybe you assumed, and I'm going to break it all down for you, all right? All right. God forbid. You know what? Actually, I'm glad I was away for a week. My brother's wedding was wonderful. in case you wanted to ask. It was fabulous. My party voice is terrible, or does it sound sexy? We'll figure it out. Push-ups, thank you for the $5. I forgot you were at your brother's wedding. Must have been funny watching me and Gino talk about war and texts during the wedding. What were you texting him during the wedding? At which part? No, it was fabulous. Gino is, oh God. I'll talk a teeny bit about the wedding. I'm going to break it down tomorrow for you during Keanu. Gino is great at weddings. A gay Jewish wedding. It was so beautiful. Oh my God. Gino helped put up the chuppah. And he's very funny. My brother he had such nice things to say. He was like, Gino is just so good with everyone's family. He really is. I know that sounds nuts, but he really is. It sounds nuts to say, like, I have no problem. I can leave him with anyone. He's perfect.
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
It was such a beautiful week. And I kept as many tabs as I could on what was going on, but I don't really care. I titled this episode Triggered Old Baby Men because even when I go out of town, I trigger these old baby men. I was gone for a week, okay, enjoying myself at my brother's wedding with my husband and my family, and I seem to still trigger these stupid old baby men. Which is sort of fabulous if you think about it. So, Oy, 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 oy. So we're going to get into it. So if you haven't already, crack a White Claw or whatever your beverage is, light up a cigarette or whatever your oral fixation is, and let's buckle the fuck in. 1 million Kiki bucks for everyone here right now. Yes, Gino helped put up the chuppah at the wedding, a gay Jewish wedding, and Gino was perfect. Linguini, my brother-in-law now, his dad walked up to Gino and said, when we got to the ceremony spot, he said, I've been told to ask you about COVID. I went, and that made Gino laugh and laugh. And then they put up the Jewish chuppah thing, and it was adorable. It was adorable, but I'm going to break that down more tomorrow. Tonight is dedicated to the fallout from the Stuttering John Melendez Rodney show. Thank you, Chillin, for this wonderful 99-cent super sticker. That is so kind of you. Hi, Araya. Who else is here? Hi, Doodle. It would have been even funny over there. Like, I was told to ask you about Fauci. No. Gino he minded his P's and Q's. Okay. Very few Jew jokes. Very few. All right. I'll show you a couple pictures of my outfit. Why don't I? Tim's Totality. Thank you for the $2. Boy, as a black man, I love hearing the N-word yelled. Well, if you didn't see Chad tonight on Rumble, where Kevin Brennan has been banished to, Chad said it 100 million times. Wow.
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
It's hard, and it's always been hard for me to talk poorly about Chad, but because he's obviously so troubled, but fuck him. Come on. Fuck him. He sucks. He's so troubled. And I mean, he was a bottle of Tito's in tonight. Do you think that's going to look good for you, Chad? Jesus fucking Christ. So sad. Here, before we get into the nitty gritty of it, do you want to see my outfit? Here, I have a couple pictures of my outfit. Because why not? Look how cute I am. This is one. This is my second outfit. We changed outfits. But look, I clean up nice. Aren't I cute? Oh, look at the cute Kiki. It was fabulous. My first dress for the ceremony was peacock. This one is a red. Isn't that fabulous? I know. I wanted to do something light and nice before I just ruin all these old baby men. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Chad basically, and I have a clip of it. Should we start with Chad? All right, we'll start with Chad since it's a short clip. Basically, this evening, Chad has obviously, he was sweating. He was foaming at the mouth. He was screaming the N-word. Kevin Brennan, if you don't know, was struck by Stuttering John and has been banished from YouTube for, I believe, 10 days, something like that. Kevin Brennan. There he is. There's a Kevin. So Chad was on there. Gino was on there. I was at the gym. Chad does this, okay? And I can only play this very short clip of it because it was basically a sweating, extremely drunk Chad Zumach screaming the N-word. You know, I'm a whore and I'm unfunny. I'm an open micer. He's glad I got the shit beat out of me by my ex-boyfriend. That's the nature of basically what Chad was going for, right? So Chad's on there. And I mean, I'm being nice saying he was drunk. I'm being very nice saying that. He was drunk, but it was embarrassing and very fucking telling and very fucking sweaty and very fucking sad. But before we get to that, Aaron James is here with an orange boy. Thank you, Aaron James. 1 million trillion Kiki bucks for you. And 85 million Kiki coins. Wow. Aaron. Thank you, Aaron James. That's so kind of you. Did you miss me? I missed you guys. Aaron, that is so kind. So sweaty drunk Chad. So I guess we're going from most recent to the beginning. Then so it'll be a whole deal. Chad tonight, Gino pops on. Chad is sweating and upset and drunk, screaming the N-word. That's Chad Zumach screaming the N-word because Kevin Brennan has been banished to Rumble. Your wife is an open micer. She's unfunny. She's a whore. He's glad that I was domestically abused. And a whole myriad of things in between screaming the N-word. Chad, we're sorry that you didn't have plans to come to the Rodney's event. You never wanted to come there. You knew you weren't welcome. You knew you'd be embarrassed. You know that you're unfunny. You know that you're sweaty. You know that you are fidgety and a liar. And we called you out for lying about Gino being the mole of Compound. And so you never had any plans to go there to Rodney's. Chad, it's time. You've got to give it a break. It's very upsetting. I feel bad for you. I mean, I think we all do.
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
Imagine how light he would feel if he just came out of the closet. I truly do believe he's gay now. Or else, why? I mean, Do you think every time he gets down to the bottom of a Tito's bottle, he'll be like, now I'll come out of the closet. Now I will live my authentic life. I'll live my authentic life. And maybe people will love me for it. I would love him for it. Hi, Eugene. You're perfect too, babe. So this is what happened today. And again, I can't show you much of it because of how many times Chad Zumach, drunk off of Tito's the other day, by the way, said he was quitting drinking or taking a break from drinking. He said the N-word. So many times, I can't even count it. And also said that he was glad that I got domestically abused because that's what normal comedians do. Very funny comedians say with anger, drunk, like Chad, say drunkenly and very angrily. Very funny comedians say, I'm glad your wife got the shit beat out of her. Chad, I'm done feeling sad for you, okay? That's it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that whatever happened in your life led you wherever the fuck you are to the bottom of a bottle of Tito's that you stole. Very upsetting for you, Chad, you sweaty monster. Jeez Louise. Shall we watch? And this is a very short clip. Here you go. This is just from tonight.
Your wife sucks. She's a fucking little boy.
I'm a little boy. Okay.
Your wife sucks. She's a fucking little boy. Piece of shit open mic. You fucking loser. Your open mic wife. She sucks. I'm glad she got hit by fucking what's his name? The Trump supporter. You fucking piece of shit.
Now, I believe he's pretty damn wasted. I'm glad she got the shit beat out of her. Ooh. Look how angry. These little fucking baby men. My husband excluded. Excuse me. I have no problem with these two either. So what did I do to warrant that? This drop that you said?
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
It's just funny. I just wish you would come out of the closet, Chad. Chad. Oh, you drunkie. Oh, he's either passed out or sweating and drinking more. Oh my God.
Your wife sucks. She's a fucking little boy. Piece of shit open mic. You fucking loser. Your open mic wife. She sucks. I'm glad she got hit by fucking what's his name? The Trump supporter. You fucking piece of shit. I hope you get punched again, you piece of shit. You fag.
I'm glad she got hit by, and he's a Trump impersonator. Yes, Jason Scoop. There you go. Wow, Chad. Now that's comedy. And I'm the oh my God, me as this open micer. I get paid for comedy. Chad, you fucking asshole. And your roast of Kevin Brennan shows it, you nervous little baby man in the closet. You're a crying baby man. Good for you, man. Good for you. Is that comedy? Is that roasting? To say, I'm glad your wife got the shit kicked out of her by Jason Scoop in so many words. I'm glad she did. Oh, I haven't been on here for a fucking week, essentially. I was at my brother's wedding and that came out of your mouth. What did I do to you? But say, I think you'd be a lot happier if you, stopped stealing bottles of Tito's and pretending you had girlfriends and just came out of the closet. Like, I've defended you a lot, Chadwick. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Look at you. And in between all of this, he shouted the N-word about 100 fucking times. Never shit on Gino again, okay? Any of you. You could have been, you know what? I know what a good gay wedding is, Chad. I want you to be yourself. I know what a good gay wedding is. All right? I think you'd be a lot happier. I think you'd be a lot happier. Oh, that is embarrassing. God, I wonder how to be a fly on the wall when that sweaty lump of shit wakes up in the morning and he goes, should I do a walk and talk? What did I say? What did I do? He looks at the bottle of Tito's on his fucking nightstand. Oh, it'll be glorious. Oh, to be a fly on the wall. Bob Fan Patrice, thank you for the $4.99. Alcohol lowers inhibitions. If you're an a-hole sober, you're a bigger one drunk. That's true, Bob. 1 million Kiki bucks for you. That's right. I mean, okay, you want to call me a fucking open micer, bitch? You wouldn't have the balls to get up at Rodney's like I fucking did, Chad, number one. You don't even have the balls to show up. You just pretended you were going to show up. You would never have the fucking balls, okay? Number two, is comedy saying, I'm glad your wife got the shit beat out of her by that guy, the Trump supporter, Jason Scoop? Is that hilarious? Would that be his roast of me? Were he on stage at Rodney's? Haha, you got the shit kicked out of you and your arm broken? That's so funny. You did it, Chad. You did it. We're sorry. No, I'm done being sorry for you, Chad. I mean, I feel terrible that you can't live your authentic life because of society. And I genuinely now believe you're a gay man because you have no other reason to be so angry at me. No other reason whatsoever. Ghost Crusaders TV. We stop. Thank you, Ghost Crusaders TV. $50. Thank you. My voice is not so pretty. I was living my life, having fun at my brother's wedding. But thank you for saying so. 1 trillion gazillion million Kiki coins for you. Wow. And I'm going to do something radical. 50 Kiki bonds. Ghost Crusaders. Ghost Crusaders TV. Ghost Crusaders. Hey. I love you. Thank you so much. I missed you guys too. I know, it's embarrassing. He is gay. He's gay. And listen, I know gay. I am the purveyor. I am a F-slur hag through and through. Chad, if you just stop sweating and stealing and hating yourself and just came out of the closet, we would welcome you. We would welcome you. You'd be a lot funnier. You wouldn't be saying like funny, violent things, like funny meaning like that's weird to say about me. You wouldn't be so angry. You wouldn't, probably have to suck Kevin Brennan's dick. This is why people say these things about you. And I'm sorry. No one would think your girlfriend was gay because he would be an adorable boyfriend.
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
Gay pride, Chad. Gay pride. He is staring down the bottle of Tito's and it's just like, it's a sad thing. I feel terrible, but fuck you, idiot. Fuck you. Nice Kiki is dead. She's back and Nice Kiki's dead. Realistic Kiki is well alive. Okay, there you go. How about that? Let's watch it again. Let's watch it make a fool.
Your wife sucks. She's a fucking little boy. Piece of shit open mic. You fucking loser. Your open mic wife.
He says little boy because he's attracted to me because he thinks I look like a little boy. I swear to God. I swear to God. He's like, yeah, Keanu looks like a twink, flat chested, you know. So I get it. I get it, Chad. It's okay. Just be gay, Chad. Be gay. All right? People would respect you if you just came out of the closet. All right? No one respects you. No one. I'll give you that you, Florentine, nicest guy in the world, probably likes you. I have no way of telling whether or not he respects you, but the vast majority, no one respects your sweaty dumbass. Kevin doesn't respect you. Your phone number is still blocked in Kevin Brennan's fucking phone. He ain't gonna be your father, all right? You saying I look like a little boy is very telling, Chad. You've got to give it a rest. You've got to give it a rest. You had no intention of coming to that Rodney's gig. Just lie and lie and lie over and over and over again. To quote Kumia, soon you're going to be in Kiki country. Watch out, Chad. You're embarrassing. Do you think I give a shit what you think about my comedy? You would never, with your vagina, when I'm saying you have a vagina because you're such a pussy of a man, get up there at Rodney's in that scenario. You would never ever have the balls because you have a fucking vagina. Okay? No harm, no shade. I know it's International Women's Day. It'll be over in 5 minutes. All right? Thank you, Cigarette Jones, $9.99 for the Geno War Fund. There you go. Thank you. I love this avatar that you have. 1 million Kiki bucks for you. Chad, you've got to give it a rest, darling. You've got to give it a rest. KB, triggering Chad is one of my favorite things to do. He's so triggered. He's so bothered. He's so bothered by everything. He's sweating. He's drunk. He's upset by everything. And take it out on me all you want. I'd say if he were straight, it'd be like, oh, he, knows he could never get with me. But no, he calls me a little boy and unfunny. It's like, it's because you're gay. You're gay. I'm sorry. And it's okay to be gay. I'm trying to help you. I'm glad that at least the bottles of Tito's that you drank tonight, I hope to God you paid for them. At least. Sweaty, shitty, old, weeping man.
Your wife sucks. She's a fucking little boy. Piece of shit open mic. You fucking loser. Your open mic wife. She sucks. I'm glad she got hit by fucking what's his name? The Trump supporter. You fucking piece of shit. I hope you.
Oh God, the comedic stylings of Chad Zumach. I'm glad your wife got hit. Oh my God, so off the cuff. So off the cuff. Oh my God. The people that you're sitting with here, Chad, don't even fucking like you. Where does it end, buddy? Just come out of the closet. Start a new life. I'm sorry. It's terrible. It's terrible for you.
get punched again, you piece of shit. You fag.
Oh, there you have it. Chad was on one. And I had to edit that because of the insane amount of N-words that were flying out. Chad, no one cares what you think about my fucking comedy. You weren't there at Rodney's. You've never actually seen me do fucking stand-up comedy. Okay, in Atlantic City when you were outside, also not normal circumstances in your fucking bizarro room. That's neither here nor there. Okay? I've seen you. I saw you do the roast of Kevin Brennan where you were sweating and shaking and trembling. Have you ever gotten over that? For you to fucking judge me. Huh. You sad man. Now, we did that. Okay, where are we? Sorry, Chad. It had to be said. All right. Let's start at the beginning of the week of Rodney's, okay? Now, this is not okay. So we did chat. Check. Let's focus on John a little bit here, shall we? Stuttering John. Stuttering John Melendez. All right. I haven't had a chance to unpack this. Again, I was away for a week. All right. But before the Rodney show, I was promoting it. And no, this is not going to be normal. But Anthony, right, goes on his show and he says, I'm going to go. I just want to have a fun time. Anthony, again, he got the people out there. That's Anthony Cumia. Okay. Now, John, nervous as you know, whatever it is. Hang on. Hi, Eugene. Sorry, Eugene just got home. Hi, Eugene.
Do you think he should have just apologized for saying it was the mole?
He probably should have, right? Hi, darling. So right before the Stuttering John gig, I was going, don't ban anybody. Anthony's just there to have a fun time and he'll bring people in. It'll be tickets. Not my fault. John went with, let's read the rap sheet for, it's not what I would have done. I don't give a fuck what John did up there, but do it for your allotted amount of time so it doesn't fuck the club over. Okay. Before this. All right. So my stream one day before the show, I'm playing a clip of Anthony. I'm promoting the show. Okay. John's texting me over and over. All right. Already that's overbearing. And he's pissed off at me. Okay. Here's my problem. And this is not meant to shit on John. I'm just okay. I'm going to shit on everyone. But I have to take a break from my show because I know I have to do a show with John tomorrow, a stand-up show. I'm promoting the show. I'm playing a clip of a man that I respect, Anthony, a friend of my husband, a friend of mine, a man that was at my wedding, for no other reason than to promote the show. Who cares what they fucking say about you? Okay, John?
You should see what
You
should see what me and Anthony are texting each other.
I knew I saw your thing. For no other reason than that. Who gives a shit? You have a sold out show. He texts me all matter of fucking shit during my show, which I do not fucking appreciate. Okay. But now I have to do not only one, but 2 shows with Stuttering John this weekend. All right. So I don't respond. I call him and then he's like, someone you are. I'm like, okay, I can't deal with this. I text John the next day and I say, the show is sold out. Whee! And he says, for the wrong reasons. I'm like, okay. Then don't do it, John. All right. But you got to go and do it. People were there. You did the wrong. Actually, I won't even necessarily say he did the wrong thing. What I'll say is you should have stayed up there longer. I don't give a fuck what happened. You should have stayed up there longer because looking back now, it's like you fucked over Mark and the entire fucking wait staff. All right. You don't just jump off, but like Gino said, you were looking for a reason to not even, I don't know where this second act thing came from. Somebody prove it. I don't know. He does not give a shit that Tommy Jordan jumped up there and ripped up his papers. He's like, oh yeah, here's my out. And this is my looking back on it. So that was so he says, not for the right reason. So now I'm like, okay, well, we have to go do this show. That was the last I heard from him. I walk up, I'm like, holy moly, this is big. But I see Bob Levy outside, Anthony, fucking, goddamn, who hugged me so long? Fucking Vince the lawyer. Hug. I went, okay, you're getting a little bit too long. All right. And I'm like, this is going to be a great night. All right, great. I walked down to the green room. John won't look at me. Okay. I was talking to Anthony and Gino at the bar before the show. John will not even fucking look at me. Like, he went, I'm like, hey, John. I don't fucking deserve it. I do not deserve to be treated like that. I do not put me in this fucking position where now I have to be like, now I have to be fucking nervous with you, really? All because John can say all he wants. He knows I'm friends with Ant. He knows Gino, obviously, very good friends with Ant, right? Anthony Cumia. The man was at my wedding. He can say, well, I don't care that you're friends with Anthony. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. But the moment I play a clip of his on my show to promote your show, who gives a fuck what he's saying? You're going to give me a hard time. Then I'm going to walk down there. You're going to give me the fucking cold shoulder. And then I'm going to walk up there and be like, you won't even fucking look at me. Then I get a text from John. It says something of the like, that's like, come down whenever you're done with Pocky. Fuck you. There's so much going on already. Fuck you. I already tried to come down and say hi to you. Now, no one knows this, right? So when I walk down there, John goes, can we clear the room? Okay, now I'm going to be put on the spot. So for the couple people that were in there walk out, he shuts the door. Don't treat me like a fucking middle schooler, okay? He goes, what the fuck, man? My feelings were hurt and all this time. Like, I guess I should have watched the clip before. I was just trying to promote your show. I'm friends with Anthony, blah, blah, blah. Like, you just sent me this like shitty fucking text or whatever. I'm like, he's like, yeah, we'll squash it. My feelings were just hurt. I don't need to be your emotional fucking, like, you putting these emotions on me and all this bullshit. I try so hard to be diplomatic and defend you, but you're an overbearing fucking friend. This is overbearing. All right. This is too much. Can we clear the room? Shut the door. And now it brings me back to like middle school vibes. Like I'm in the principal's office with you. So I just like keep my cool. I'm like, yeah, sorry, John, hug. Like, just trying to promote your show. I guess I should have watched the clip before I played it. No, you don't dictate what I put on my show. You can say all you want, how you don't care that I'm friends with Anthony or that Gino's friends with Anthony or whatever, but clearly you do. You never give Gino a talking to. And I also find it just sort of inappropriate to say to the other people in the green room, can we clear the room? And then you close the door. I mean, it was a complete and utter blindside. And I'm just being fucking honest. Okay. I felt like that was stupid and inappropriate. And gay, Gino said. No, just too much. You're overbearing as a friend. But I'm like, all right, yes, we'll squash it, blah, blah, blah. I understand where he's coming from. He's going up there, he's going into the lion's den or whatever. But I don't give a fuck what he did up there, but he should have stayed up there longer. So, all right. Then I walk upstairs and I'm like, okay, now I've had just enough. Like, I don't even whatever. Let's just let it go. Again, I have to do the next night with him as well, right? Which I'm very thankful for. It was night and day, those two shows. I was like, it was great. It was fabulous. But that rubbed me the wrong fucking way. And don't fucking text me and be like, why don't you come down? I already tried to come downstairs and say hi to you. Don't text me and say, come downstairs when you're done with Pocky. Fuck you. Come on. And then just stop. All right. And John, I'm just being honest with you. I have really no, all right, well, those are sort of problems, but I'm giving you my perspective on the evening. Okay. Let's see here. Ryan, thank you for the $2. Kiki, did Kumia appear to be single at Rodney's to you? He was, well, I mean, single, like, no, he was just hanging out. If you mean, was Missy there? She wasn't, but I didn't see him hitting on anyone or anything. Tim's totality. Thank you for the $2. Back to Chad. Post has 140K views and TMZ tagged. Woohoo! Fuck Chad. It's embarrassing.
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
TM Zumach on the scene. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. I just got here. Who's being a stupid? I'm just talking about all the baby men. I love you, Chris Thompson. Jacob Shed. I'm not surprised Missy B hates you. That's fine. Thank you, Jacob Shed. What did I do to her? Let's recall. Oh, Missy B wants the link. Fuck you. Okay. All right. That's all I did. Very gross and fucking overreaction there. But I'm like, I have no problem with that woman at all. It's fine. So that's the next thing with John. Come down whenever you're done talking to Pocky. To clear the room. Then and also talking with Anthony, I have a fucking clearer picture of why he doesn't like John Melendez. Just like speaking with him on it. Yeah. Because to me, I'm like, John does act so innocent. But, trying to, tagging Anthony's, radio gig and stuff. And like, I didn't even wrap my brain around that or even think that I don't even know that I knew that. I was just like, well, John he just seems like, a love. Oh God, he's going to hate me. He just seems like everybody else is coming at him, but Anthony's reasoning for not liking John, I do understand. All right. But John every time said, I don't care that you guys are friends with Pocky, blah, 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 and all this stuff. But clearly you do. Clearly you do. To text me so many times during my stream, I took a fucking break because I can't concentrate like that. Right. John gets up there, does, I guess, what I told him not to do that. There's actually a clip. I think I sent it. Let me see if I can find it. He gets up there and does that. And there's a clip of me when I'm going, I told him not to do this. And I don't give a fuck what he did up there. You fuck the club over when you fucking then flee. Okay. You pivot, you do something else. That's that. Right. Quick pee break. Let me talk to my husband really fast. And then we'll get into not only that, but the next night. And then we got to talk about Clubfoot Carl. Okay. Okay. So there we are. Don't let me lose place in my story. Watch this. Bing. I'm back. Were you at the edge of your seats? Let's check in. Hi, darlings. Hi, St. Ranger. Hi, Araya. Okay. So we're still, and then we'll go back, but we'll go forward. All right. So Gino's on the show. I'm on the show. He puts Sheba on the show. Then when Jimmy Palumbo on the show, Jimmy Palumbo, 30-year comedy veteran, okay, gets up there, and I don't even blame him. He goes, I'm not doing this, gets off the show. Anthony gets up there because John's host, Johnny McCarthy, gets up there and he's like, oh, Anthony, did you want to say something? All right. So that's really not the club's fault, but I'm sorry. It was that is not normal circumstances to do comedy in. Back to that in a moment. Okay. So John gets up there. We've all seen it. He reads the papers. I'm like, okay, he made a choice and he stuck with it. But after Tommy Jordan got up there and ripped up the papers, he should have he had an obligation to stay up there longer to not fuck the club over, because then to jump off like that, you fuck over Mark, you fuck over the wait staff, you do all of this stuff. And all of this like nonsense about like, well, should Tommy Jordan have done this or whatever? It's not a Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga concert, okay, where there's security in the front row, like backing the crowd away. All right. Tommy wasn't up there to hurt him or do anything. Should he have done it? No, absolutely not. But then if you're a comedian, you fucking pivot. You go, I'm not hurt or whatever. Like, couldn't you like paraphrase your second act, John? It's just not what I would have done. I like that he made a choice and stuck to it. But I don't give a fuck what he did up there. Just do it for the time that you're supposed to be fucking up there. It's not what I would have done. I've said that 100 times. It's just not what I would have done. He could have done that. You know what? I thought it would have been funny. The first line was funny on, 11, blah, 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 blah. This happened, and then crumple it up and then, do the squeegee bit. Like that might have been funny. Like, switch it around. Right. But the long and short of it is, doesn't matter what the fuck you did. You fuck over the club that way. You fuck over Mark that way. Like, then they're trying to have 100 people who are trying to walk out because because you were supposed to be up there longer. Do you remember this, Gino?
What's that, baby?
Do you remember Mark going, so John, I was standing there with Mark. I'm like, I told him not to fucking do this. Is he getting off stage? Oh my God. And then Mark goes, Gino, you got to get up there. Somebody's got to get up there.
Yeah.
Yes. And you were like,
and I felt bad, but there was nothing I could
there's
do.
nothing you could do.
That wasn't my responsibility.
He just jumped off, but Mark's like, Gino, go up there, do
and
something.
I felt bad, but it was like the room was out of control at that point. And
yeah, it was always out of control.
And
but
you understand, actually, my gut feeling is that, and I'm not saying I was right, but it's like, I'm not the host. And this wasn't me going like, fuck you, I'm not the host. But it's like, I'm not the host. That's not my job.
Why didn't Johnny McCarthy get up
because
there,
he's
man?
no good. He was only putting as many people on. So, and I still love that he brought Anthony on stage. He did it. Exactly.
No, and then what? Right. And done what? Yeah.
If we were in bed with John, like, we got to protect John. It's like, no, I offered at the beginning.
I saw a video of Sheba trying to get up there. And like, right, exactly.
Like, she got up there once. Kidding. I love Sheba. I was talking with Alan.
Sheba. But everybody knows all that. Everybody knows what happened. So we'll move on from that. And this is not meant to shit on John. But my point about this is I don't like the fucking talking to. I do not like the fucking text messages. I do not like any of that. And it's about to get worse. So just strap in. All right. So then we all go out. We're with Anthony and, a bunch of the crew at Iggy's where we, sing karaoke and all this stuff. And it's a good night. I don't see John again. But then the next night, of course, and Gino doesn't want to go. But I was like, I'm going to go. I will get there. Blah, blah, blah. Some people super chatted Gino and we got a lift to I got a lift to the show. Now, next show, night and day. All right. It is night and day. There were also, again, a bunch of comics up there. Right. But I went right before John because I don't think he really wants to do any more than 35 minutes, but he did 35 minutes. He played the hits. It was great. Right. Thank you, Bob. Your job is not to save SJ. You did your job. Exactly. Right. How are we supposed to? Right. Thank you, Bob. Then, yeah, Johnny McCarthy, after SJ left, Johnny McCarthy should have gotten up there and said, everybody hold on. He was like,
because he kept, I'm sorry. Because he kept getting up there doing nothing and stoking the disaster.
So then now, all right, so I'm there with John or whatever. We're talking about the night, blah, blah, blah. But I still, again, I'm not going to not show up for the obligation because I said I would be there. I'm going. So this is second night in New Jersey. I get there because Gino doesn't want to go. Johnny McCarthy actually did pay me a little extra, which was very nice. Great show. Very small room, 50 people. John did his act. It was a completely different scenario for me. I did my act. It was quite different from the night before, right? So then John wants to, now we're having drinks with this couple that is like fans of John or foes. I'm not quite sure. But John was in the cups, okay? In my opinion, in the cups. And I'm sorry, but I'm going because John's going I'll drive you home. I'll drive you home. We'll drive you home. I'm like, I really don't, I'll get a lift. I'll do this. I'll figure, I don't care. I don't want to get in the fucking car with you. I can tell when you get off stage, you're already a bit there. I don't know for sure. I didn't have a tally on how many drinks John had. But again, it's like the fucking clear the room situation, right? It's like clear the room. And now you're going to shut me in here so you can scold me? Fuck off. Fuck off. You wouldn't look at me when I first went in there. All right. You're an overbearing friend here now. All right. And I've defended you to my limit. We just had a good show. You could just and then I'm going, just going to get a lift. He's like, no. I'm going to drive you. I'll drive you. I said, it's out of your way. It is out of your way. Two fans or whatever, they want to buy John drinks. I sit there and do whatever. And I'm just going, okay. So they buy us drinks. They were very nice. We talked to some other fans, but we're sitting there drinking. I'm going, all right, how do I get out of this? It's like, what am I in an episode of Degrassi? How do I have to fucking go, well, I don't want to get in the car with this drunk man. Why put me in this situation when I say I don't want to, don't make me say you're fucking wasted. I don't want to get in the car with you. Don't make me say that. Right. But he's like, no, whatever. We're still sitting at the table. I'm going, John, should you drive? He looked at me like I was insane. And I was way out of the way for him. He's like, it's on the way. It's not. He wasn't even staying in Manhattan. Okay. I'm like, don't make me say to you, you're fucking wasted. I don't want to get in the car with you. What would you want me to call Gino and have him yell at you? Don't put me in that fucking position. And then he goes, all right. Oh God. So we're finished drinking with this very nice couple that was at the show. I was talking to some other fans. I'm like, I don't really know what to do. I think he's drunk. I keep telling him I'm out of the way. I'm not like anywhere near where you need to drive. Then after the show, he gets on a live stream. I even pop on it. And he goes, she did me a favor because I would have gone an hour out of the way. Exactly. And you're wasted. In my opinion, I think you're wasted. All right. So now, but I'm too nice and people take fucking advantage of it because I don't know how to say to him. I said at the table, I'm like, should you drive? He looked at me like, I said, like, it was like this. I said, John, and I tried to be like kind of quiet. We're sitting there with two fans or whatever. It was like, I was like, John, do you think you're okay to drive? He said, the fuck do you mean am I okay to drive? Like, I don't know. Either way, I ain't getting in the fucking car with you, but I'm trying to give you an out here. We're in front of two people. You seem at least to me drunk. I know we've had at least like 3 drinks here. People kept sending them. And you know what? We were there for hours. So like, throughout the show, but we were sitting there and I just, in my brain, I'm like, why am I in like a weird teen rom-com right now? Like, how much do I have to tell this man I don't want to get in the car with him without saying I don't want to get in the car with you? So I say it and then he goes, let's go. He puts a beer in his coat. And me, like the death march, I'm like fucking walking out with him. And I'm looking around like, okay, all right, how do I get out with this? How do I get out of this? We go to the fucking back parking lot where he parked his car. I keep seeing fans. I'm like, I don't think he's good to drive. Do you think he's good to drive? I don't think so. And I'm like, ain't no way I was getting in this car though. Ain't no fucking way. So I'm going, John, I don't think. He's like, I had a few beers. I'm fine. And then I said, all right, John. Like, I think I'm just going to call a Lyft. I promise you. It's like, you're out of my way. He's like, yeah, no, come on. I don't mind. He's got the car door open and he goes, come on, just keep me company. I don't mind the drive. I'm like, I'm just going to call a Lyft. I'm just going to call a Lyft. Okay. And I put him in the car because what? Okay. Then what would happen? Now I'm in the fucking car with you. I've tried to stop you. You get pulled over for a DUI. Then there's body cam footage of me and Stuttering John Melendez. That's like one of the things that popped through my head. Or that was the second thing. The first thing was he's going to drive an hour out of the way to drive me home. And I understand. It's like, oh, let's talk about the gig. Let's do all this. But like, I didn't think that he should even drive. But the fucking pressuring, when I said from the table all the way to the walk to the car, should you drive? I'm not comfortable. Then he fucking like pompously puts a beer in his coat. Like, drunk or not, don't do this. Come on. Don't do this. So I said, and then he goes, okay. And then he makes it like, yeah, she did me a favor. She was an hour out of the way. Like I said I was. You take advantage. I don't know how else to defend you. But like, it was too much. Like, then I walked back in. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. They're like, what are you doing back here? I'm like, I'm not getting in the car with him. I listened during Dare. Like, I can't. I'm sorry. Gino never drives drunk. Like, I mean, I understand like a little bit in the cups, but to me, and I don't know how drunk he was, beer in the pocket, no fucking way. And I tried to stop him from driving. So that's where I go, okay. And then I hop on his show, trying to be nice, but I also don't need Are you coming on? When are you getting home? Are you coming on? Come on, sexy. Ew. Don't do it. And I'm nice and I'm nice and I'm nice. I wanted to go and recap the show with them on the stream or do whatever. But I'm like, you know what? When you think back on it, when you reflect on it, if I reflect on the entire weekend, I'm like, why are you acting this way? You don't see normal people acting this way. And he can hate me all he wants. Drunk driving Miss Kiki. And I'm not like, thank you, Pop. And I'm sorry. And if he thinks that he weren't drunk, you put a beer in your coat pocket after I already said, do you think you should drive? It's like, how dare you say that? You should read the room. This woman doesn't want to, I tried to get him to stop driving. I talked to the guy, but I'm like, do you think he should drive? Anybody? I don't know. So sorry. And then just keep me company. No, you're like a 15-minute drive away. I'm like an hour. So the entirety of the 2 days, he will never forgive me for, but I'm just being honest. And I don't dislike the man. But I have a better understanding of why people do have problems with him. Yes, I definitely do. And say whatever you want about what he did at Rodney's. I don't care what he did, but on stage, just stay up there longer because you fucked Mark over. Okay. So you shouldn't have to have the kind people of the Shuli Network donating to the staff at Rodney's. All right. So that is my interpretation of what went on with Stuttering John. So I'm sorry. That's what else? And then he'll bitch about me and Gino and whatever. And I'm not turning on you. I'm fatigued. I'm just fatigued by you. Okay. And I didn't get to Carl. All right. Well, why not? Shall we? Carl now. All right. Little baby man that Carl is. And I'll do this quickly. He has such a and I think that I'm not even mad at Carl. I've never been mad at Carl. Carl doesn't of WATP, the one with I gently tease him about his snaggle teeth. And I feel like he wants to be a one-sided adulterer, in the fact that Lucy would never touch him. But he would love to if he wants to call me, it's not true that I'm into piss play. I can call him a one-sided wannabe adulterer, can't I? Right? He is no better than the creeps that come in he's no better than goddamn Schizo Sean. He comes and records my set in his pocket, right? I was perfectly nice to him. I was perfectly nice to Lucy. I even went outside and Lucy and I were smoking a cigarette. Lucy and I went outside to smoke a cigarette and Carl comes out what are you guys doing out here? You don't smoke. Get out. That's why I think, he is. In my opinion, I think he wants to be a one-sided adulterer. I don't know what's going on there. Nothing on her end, but he follows her around like a club-footed puppy dog. So Carl's I'm going to record Keanu's set in my pocket. All right. Now, first of all, Carl has seen me. The other time that he saw me was at Villa Roma. He didn't record that set. In fact, he said that we all did a great job. Carl can paint it however he wants. These were not normal circumstances to do stand-up under. Okay? I got up there and I fucking did it. I would call it If 100% of people there hated Stuttering John, and I'll be nice to myself, 50% of the people don't like me, okay? Carl would never have the fucking balls. On top of that, Carl he recorded my set. He played very selective clips of it, by the way, and said that everybody in there was just very calm and quiet and watching a show. You're full of shit if you think that door wasn't wide open and closed and people, the Rodney impersonator was falling down the stairs. The police were coming in at the end of my set. But Carl, because I gently tease him about his insecurities and his former club feet and his snaggle teeth, and the fact that he shooed Rich Voss away, he has to do this. So I'm not even exactly mad at him. Definitely not mad at him. But it's very biased. He's like the boy run media. He's like fucking MSNBC. He's so very tailored it to his like little hate hard on for me that he's like, I've never seen it yet. Carl has fucking seen me do stand up and do great in a normal fucking circumstance. This was not a normal circumstance, okay? Not at all. And let me say it again. A 30-year comedy veteran that fucking came up with Artie Lang got on stage and said, I'm not doing this, and got off stage. These were not normal fucking circumstances. But now, Carl, you're the guy. You're the guy. You go and record people's sets in your fucking pocket. And then you like very selectively play them. Will I say, I got on stage and the police, the police were coming in towards the tail end of my set. Okay. These are not normal circumstances. Carl, did you record my set from Villa Roma in your pocket? You wouldn't dare play it. You wouldn't dare play it, right? You wouldn't dare play it. To judge my set or judge my comedy as a whole off of that without knowing anything, of course you'd go, oh God, no. But given the circumstances, I fucking got up there and I fucking did it. That's not as much as John can fucking say. The headliner, am I right? So Carl, we know you're biased. We know you're upset that I make fun of your snaggle teeth and your insecurity and your club feet and all this stuff. And then you play it on your show and go very selectively, by the way. And that's fine. As if you're the arbiter of comedy. But I got up there and I did it. It's a hell gig. It was a lion's den. It was like getting up before an Insane Clown Posse concert where they're waiting for the Insane Clown Posse. In fact, I guess they were just waiting for one insane clown. Okay. And trying to do your fucking act. Okay. And it wasn't my normal act. I went heavy on the Gino jokes. I have a lot. Right? Gino even got off stage and went, at times I felt like, only the first few rows were even hearing me. It was, we both did.
You were great.
Right. Exactly. This was the people listening. First few fucking rows. It was bedlam everywhere.
We've done enough sets to know people in the back were talking, but they weren't being. There's crowds talking.
Right.
And there's crowds like, we weren't like, fuck you. We're like, they're having a good time.
I knew I wasn't going, shut up.
Yeah. I won't interrupt you, but these guys are listening. Yeah, because we know what we're doing.
Right, exactly. Like, I didn't want to treat it like, let me make fun of them. Okay, like, Carl's here, da-da-da. Like, but Carl painted it as if, like, it was a very quiet show. We were all there watching comedy. You snaggle-toothed fuck. This is why I do this to you, okay? And by the way, I don't give a fuck what the least funny person on earth, no harm, no shade, Clubfoot, but you're the least funny person on earth, what you think of it. And he fails to mention he's seen me do great under normal fucking circumstances. All right, he has. Not you would never have the balls to get up there and do that. And I know you're not a comedian, but you would clearly, but you would fucking die. So to judge me off of that set, you too, Kevin Brennan, and act like it was like a very, normal crowd of people. I got up there in the fucking Lion's Den. They were waiting for an Insane Clown Posse concert. Try quelling that, okay? Gino got off stage too and went like, a bunch of the time I feel like, first few rows were the only people hearing me. That was that. All right. I'm not going to send that tape that you recorded in your pocket off to, fucking clubs or bookers or like my, an agent or something. No. But you're fucking biased when you do that. To act as if those were normal circumstances and that it wasn't fucking insane is fucking stupid and biased. It's biased, you club-footed freak, all right? And I have no problem with you. I felt like we squashed it. But you and your fucking hate hard on for me, you're probably jerking off to the set right now, you club-footed freak. I'm sorry. You could never. Kevin Brennan, you would never. Let's go back to Chad. Chad, you could never. Shuli even said she got up there and did her act. And it was a very different and odd version of my act, okay? That's more than fucking John can say, okay? You don't have the fucking balls, all right? Of course Gino's gonna kill when he calls Chad gay 100 times. Smart move. I should have done it, okay? All right? So, Carl, give it a fucking rest, all right? Those were not normal fucking circumstances, all right? But you're like, I'm so titillated by Keanu. I flew there. You're no better than Schizo Sean now. You're the guy in the douchebag sweatshirt with the snaggle teeth and the insecurity and the one-sided wannabe adulterous relationship with Lucy Typebox because she would never touch you. You want to call me pisshead? I'm not into piss play. I'll call you the one-sided adulterer. How about that? That walked into a comedy club and recorded a set in your pocket. All right. She'll even said she got up there and did her act in not a nice room to me. I'll say 50%. I'm being nice even. If 100% of the people in that room hated John, 50% of the fucking people hated me. And I'm being nice. All right. Not fans of mine. And you very selectively played your pocket clip of that, you club-footed freak. And I am still not mad at you, but this is why you make it so easy to shit on you. I was. It's like, come on, let's squash it. It'll be fine. I understand why you had to do that. It's because I made fun of you for shooing Rich Voss off the stage and at Villa Roma, and you were miserable the whole time and all that stuff. But come on. Come on. Ghost Crusaders TV, thank you for the $5. I think John wanted to tap that ace. He thought he could get Road Dome. He's sick. He's sick. I tell you, he put me in a fucked up position. He really did. And it sucked. And I don't want to be, I'm sorry, but all these men, all these fucking old men, and I don't mean to call you old, but Chad, you're 50. You're saying you're glad I got the shit beat out of me. Why? Because you're gay? And why, Chad? Right? Where are you?
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
Carl, you take the time to selectively edit and record my set to play for your shitty fans when you've seen me do well on stage, you old snaggletooth freak. Why, you little baby man? Kevin Brennan, you want to pretend like those were normal circumstances to do stand-up under? Please Come on. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. You don't even have the balls to go up on stage anymore. And I heard your last show before you stopped that had 12 people in it. People felt bad for you. Okay. So stop it, Kevin Brennan. You guys stop it too. It's embarrassing. I go away for a week and all these little crying old baby men are still triggered by me, still completely triggered. So give it a rest. You've got to. You're going to give me party voice, and we have Keanu tomorrow. Jay Fire, thank you for the $5. Hey, Keanu, you and Gino were the real stars of the evening. Do you really consider SJ a comic? He does the same act for 30 years. You know, I saw him actually do his act the second night, and people loved, which is what I fucking, all right. Do I consider him a comic? He has an act, which is what he should have done at Rodney's, in my opinion. I liked what he did because I went, holy fuck, that is, it was so insane. It was funny, but he didn't, he fucks over the club when he jumps off stage. I didn't like what he did, but I have a morbid like thing that like he gets up there and he just sits there and just doesn't do anything but that. So I found it kind of funny for 30 seconds. So no, do I consider him a comic? He has an act and he should have done it. Or he should have done part of the papers and then anything else. Ava, hi Ava, LOL. Love Ava. Still love Ava. Push-up, thank you for the $2. Shout out to Shuli for helping with the tap. See? And Shuli brought something to my attention too. God, I never thought it, but hey, I probably shouldn't have talked so much shit about Shuli too, but I feel like I've just got, I feel like I have a clearer picture now. Well, again, don't like that shit with Ava at all. So that's why I talk the most of the shit. But just these like gigs where John had the opportunity to get up there and not prove them wrong. I mean, I guess it's condescending to say like, we will all just hear the hits. But what did I say to him? Play the hits or whatever. People I genuinely believe who would have been on his side. He could have done some roasting. He could have done some of the papers. He could have done some of his act. And then, you know, whatever, fill the 30, 40, or 45 minutes. But, you know, you shouldn't have to have Shuli's crew, you know, pay the fucking people. That's not good. Bob Fan Patrice, thank you for the $4.99. Carl bitched about the crowd at Content House, and they were great. That's why his show sucked. Nobody knew who he was. Exactly. I had clips of fucking Carl talking about this. I'm like, why even fucking bother? I mean, even when people say like, I think he was like, do you think Keanu, no matter what she would have done up there? He's like, oh, wow, I know because I recorded it in my pocket. And then like, you've seen me. You saw me at Content Hotel. You saw me under normal circumstances and you had nothing bad to say. In fact, you complimented me. But you want to make it that this was completely normal circumstances, Carl. That's insane. That's insane. He would never have the fucking balls. They're done. Who else? Ava, I'm not bullshitting. Bullshitting how? I know she's bullshitting hard. Why? Because I didn't want John to drive me home drunk? Oh, about Shuli? I still don't like what Shuli did to, you know, had his producer or whatever try and contact John's kid. Still don't think that's cool. Doesn't make us any less friends that I just, you know, I call it like I see it. And I know. I just texted with Ava. Right. You say whatever you want, Ava. I'm allowed to. I was there. I'm allowed to fucking tell the truth about my fucking experience with it. So, anything else? Anything else? Anything else? No, and I've been nothing but, it doesn't mean, but if John wants to say, like I always say, doesn't matter who you're friends with or whatever, doesn't mean I don't have to not like them as well, then I don't need that from John. I don't need the come down when you're done with Anthony. And I understand that, but we're not in fucking middle school, all right? Don't fucking and then shut the door and give me a fucking talking to. You think I'm gonna like take kindly to that? No, come on. That's ridiculous. Mercury retrograde. You know, I still love Ava. Ava and I don't even have to fucking agree on every single thing, but I don't do teams. I certainly don't do I never have. I call it like I see it. I have the unique perspective of being or trying to. He'll never forgive me about any of this, I'm assuming, but I hope that he does. Trying to be on John's show, trying to be friendly with him, being on the Rodney show, being on the show the next night, having conversations with Anthony, being friends with Anthony, being, Anthony being good buddies with Gino, the litany of texts before the show about, not how dare you play a clip of Anthony, the talking to, the pressuring to let me drive you home. What else? I have that very unique perspective on it. And then taking a week off and seeing what people had to say while I was at my fabulous brother's wedding. So I'm glad I didn't do a whole week of shows on this, because what do you want from me? Okay. I think we really did it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Keanu to do tomorrow. I'm back in full swing. All right. This has been fabulous. If I think of anything else, oh yeah, and fuck you, Chad. If I think he fucked himself. Oh, so embarrassing. If I think of anything else, I will let you know. But tomorrow I'm going to recap the fabulous wedding. If you haven't watched me and Gino on the Drinking Bros podcast, love going over there. Highly recommend you take a look. They're out of Austin. And thank you everyone that was here along for the ride with me of my recap of that. If I missed anything, you guys let me know. 1 million Kiki coins for everyone who was here today.
Wow.
$1 trillion Kiki bucks. You guys are. And thank you for all the super chats. You guys are the eels, hips, the cat's pajamas, and the bee's knees. Kiki out. Let's play the song while I end it.
She loves her Skittles and drinks her White Claw and smokes her Camel Crushes too.